Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. We are going to open the show with Monday Night Raw. Reason being is we're going to close the show with Monday Night Raw. What do you have in store for us here on this big pay-per-view, my man?
Well, you know, with a big bombastic show like SummerSlam, I feel like you need a big bombastic opening. So, of course, you got to start with Kurt Angle coming out with Stacy Keibler versus Raven in a Raven Rules match for the Hardcore title.
Do you know why this warms my heart?
Why so, good sir?
It warms my heart that you opened SummerSlam 2002 with Kurt Angle, because in real life, SummerSlam 2002 opened with Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful.
I love it. It's symmetry, and we
Not
didn't even know it was
purpose.
coming. And
Not even on purpose.
Love
As
it.
you can see, I didn't look up what happened on the original SummerSlam. But, oh man, this match is just the beauty of a Styles make fights kind of mindset. Kurt Angle absolutely refuses to use weapons, which sounds insane, but somehow I know Kurt can make it work. So the whole time he's putting on a freestyle wrestling clinic, like double legs, singles, ankle picks, takedowns, head and arm takeovers.
So when I think of Kurt Angle and I think of Falls Count Anywhere No Rules matches, I can't help but think of Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon at King of the Ring.
My lord, yeah, is that the King of the Ring we just passed? Is the one where he threw him through the?
No, that's
Or is that a different year?
that's the year prior.
Year prior, okay.
So obviously our year of King of the Ring, Brock Lesnar wins because Brock Lesnar wins.
Yes.
But the year prior, Edge won.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I did forget about that. And a cool, refreshing beverage to kind of clear yourself out.
It's been a heck of a show.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a show. Good luck editing this, by the way. It's gonna be fun.
It's glad I got time.
Woo! But yes. So Kurt is just pretty much wrestling the hell out of Raven, and Raven is he's Raven.
Yes.
So he's using every weapon in the book. He's got his chair just drop toe hold into it, and every time he does any like semblance of like weapon style violence, goes for the cover immediately. He understands how dangerous of a threat Kurt Angle is. He's saying one of these moves has got to knock him out. Maybe this one's the one. It's not.
Well, and the beautiful thing is, if he can win in this way, it proves his point.
Exactly. And if Kurt wins in this way, it proves his point. And it's a true battle of philosophies, which is the beauty of this match.
Yes, I love it.
And so it goes back and forth. But honestly, this match can go anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, just based off the insanity.
Yes.
But it closes out. Raven has smacked Kurt with a kendo stick. This is still 2002, so we use headshots here.
Yes.
Kurt is woozy. He's shaky. He's a little loose in the knees. Raven is setting up for the Raven effect, and that's when Stacy slides in with the keyboard, whacks him off the back of the dome, and then Kurt hits the angle slam for the 1, 2, 3. It is by nefarious means, but Kurt Angle does win, and retain his Hardcore Hero Championship.
I like it. Well, it's the thing I love about this. So I'm not booking Raw,
Right.
but if I was booking Raw, I would have Raven say, "You still have the championship, but I win."
But I had the moral victory.
Yeah.
Love it. Like I said, great minds. Well, the great thing about Raven, right?
Yes.
Kurt's standing there celebrating his win. Raven, you could picture it. Raven sitting in the corner, smiling because he's got another plan up his sleeve.
Exactly.
He always Raven. The thing I love so much.
He's a thinking man's wrestler.
He's a thinking man's wrestler in the truest sense of the word. And the lights go out. Lights come back on. And who do we see behind Kurt Angle? But Steven Richards.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Smacks Kurt Angle with the nastiest super kick he's ever done in his career.
He's good at it.
He's so good at it. And then, because Raven, he DDT Stacy again.
Of course he does.
Just because.
Yeah.
And Raven said, actually, he picks up the mic and says exactly what you said. You might have won tonight, but I still won. I still got the moral victory. Throws the mic, throws the title on Kurt, gives him a little pat on the chest and says, I'll see you on Monday.
Beautiful. So, because you opened with that...
Insanity.
Well, I was going to say that championship match.
Thank you.
I'm going to cool it down a little.
Cool it, man.
I'm going to... now, it's still going to be...
Hot and heavy, but just in a different sense.
So it's gonna be an 8-man tag, right?
Okay, fun little match.
So it's XL Factor of Big Show, Albert, X-Pac, and Just Incredible versus D'Lo Brown, Farouk, Rey Mysterio, and Mark Henry.
Oh, good times.
So basically, I'm having a completely different dynamic of a match, right?
Yeah.
So it's 8 guys, but it's a more structured match.
Of course.
Whereas you were all over the place with weapons, I have guys who have to tag in, who have to work together, and in this match, everybody on the babyface side gets good offense, but there's one guy that stands out above all the rest, and that being the World Breaker, Mark Henry.
Of course.
So he is one of the guys that I've made throughout as being just a SmackDown guy through and through. And
Absolutely.
so he wins the match for his team by hitting the World's Strongest Slam on Big Show.
Love it.
Because if you're going to do it, you got
to
do it.
Got to do it big.
Yes. And so 1, 2, 3, World Breaker wins, and the babyfaces send everybody home happy.
Love it.
Go, do the good stuff.
I love it. Love the simplicity. Love the straightforwardness. Excellent stuff. Next up, since we're already on a roll with the tag stuff, we might as well have our tag team championship match. So you got Positively Unstoppable coming out with DDP. And DDP, before the champs even come out, go, listen, I feel the energy tonight. I know what you guys are all thinking. Y'all all love Too Cool. Y'all all got your little sunglasses and your little t-shirts. And that's all great, and that's all well and good. But I'm going to tell you what, positivity wins the day every time. And then, of course, Too Cool comes out, and the crowd is losing it. Love Too Cool.
Yes.
These teams, because, again, I'm very unfamiliar with Stasiak, but I know Billy Gunn very well.
Yes.
And I know Billy Gunn's a phenomenal hot tag.
Yes.
So I have Too Cool, who have been a team technically for longer.
Oh, 100% for longer.
1,000%.
Yes.
So, especially considering they had 0 years of experience coming into this show.
Yes.
So they dominate just off of pure experience.
Yes.
Good tagging in and out, cutting off the ring.
And I'll give Billy credit. He's had one of the largest resumes of a tag team wrestler that you can think of. Whether it's his kayfabe brother Bart,
Indeed.
Road Dogg,
Obviously.
Chuck Palumbo.
Yeah.
Man, he's had
a lot of tag
partners. And success too.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of tag championships. I mean, those are like just the last 2 you named alone are like 2 gimmicks that everyone remembers.
Yes.
Like even though the gay angle was like what it was still they were still a great. I remember them being a great team.
Yeah, it was like a lot of it was implied.
Yeah,
and so it was a lot of haha.
Yeah, a lot of tee-hees and hoo-hoo-hoos and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, so it's a really good ring psychology match. Stasiak gets the hot tag to Billy, runs wild. He's like, "It's our time! It's our time. DDP throws up the diamond, slams it down. They know what it's time for. It's time for proof positive. Gets 100% gets Scotty in the wheelbarrow position.
Of course.
Because my God, if they tried for Rikishi, I don't think it would work.
Right.
But swings him up, hits the famous combo, goes for the 1, goes for the 2. Big Keish breaks it up at the last second. Crowd's losing it. They thought Too Cool was going to lose. Scotty crawls to the corner, can't quite get it. Stasiak swings for Rikishi. Rikishi ducks down, grabs the leg, pulls Stasiak out of the ring and traps him. And Scotty rolls up Billy Gunn for the 1, 2, 3. It's not the cleanest victory Too Cool's ever had, but it's a win nonetheless.
Absolutely. Yeah. So once again, because of your awesome match styling, I try and go a different direction.
Of course.
And so this time, I'm going at it from a cruiserweight gauntlet.
Oh, sniggity snap.
And so Steph was convinced by the royal counter threat. Well, not convinced, but tried to be swayed by Queen Terry and King William that the Bishop Storm, he is the rightful heir to the cruiserweight lineage.
Of course.
And Steph says, well, why don't we have him prove his mettle tonight?
Good old fashioned prove yourself. Man.
And so they're like, oh, he can defeat any cruiserweight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, well, let's figure out if he can defeat all of the cruiserweights, and they're taken aback, right?
Yeah, of course.
So Regal, Terry, and Storm all come to the ring for this cruiserweight gauntlet. Storm first has to wrestle Billy Kidman. Storm is able to work his way through. He defeats Billy Kidman. Up next is Crash Holly, who gets taken out with a quick single leg Boston Crab.
As you do.
Crash taps. Out next is Spike Dudley, who puts up a strong showing.
Of course.
But Lance Storm hits him with a super kick as he is diving from outside to in. Lance Storm pins him. Up next is a unexpected entry in this gauntlet. Not that anybody's expected, because it all came due to the Regal counter threat
Of course.
going to Steph. But up next is X-Pac coming out with the disheveled and disgruntled members of XL Factor, who all three of them confront Queen Terry and William Regal, and because Regal isn't going to stand up to the other those three guys.
Oh, he's the king. Why would he?
So the king turns tail and goes to the back. He takes the queen with him, and so now we've got X-Pac one-on-one with Lance Storm, because why would you not want to watch that match?
Yeah.
But Lance Storm once again overcomes the challenger and defeats X-Pac, who
Nice.
loses his second match for the night.
Yeah. Do that way sometimes.
Next up is Tajiri, who falls to Lance Storm, but the final competitor in the match is Jeff Hardy. Comes out, the crowd's losing their minds.
Of course.
And every indication is that Bishop Storm will not win when it comes to him and Jeff Hardy. That is until Night Test distracts the referee, and Rook Nowinski takes out Jeff Hardy, and Bishop Storm.
Rook's finisher? Do you remember?
I don't remember what his finisher is. That's why I just said he took him out. And Bishop Storm defeats Jeff Hardy and wins this gauntlet match, defeating 6 guys, setting himself up to be the next challenger for the Cruiserweight Championship, regardless of who wins here tonight at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's a hell of a way to crown a number one contender. I'm all for it. I love it.
Well, and they're all really great wrestlers, too.
Yeah, I'm about to say, so it works. It works. Well, that's a good, entertaining television, so I'm going to have to step up on my end, obviously, as Oz has put me on my toes this week. So, next up, I got Christian versus Kane with Chris Jericho for the United States Championship.
This is a hot SummerSlam.
Yeah, this is great. This is great stuff. Literally hot, because the fire rises from the
Of
turnbuckle.
course.
meaning that Kane's gonna lose. Yeah. So it's honestly, it's a pretty box standard Kane versus Christian match.
Yes.
I'm 100% confident they've had a match before. So
Absolutely.
just picture it in your minds.
Well, and more than picture it in your minds, I will show you matches that they've had in the past.
There you go.
Because I can think of them crossing paths when Christian had all of his hair, and Kane couldn't even see his mouth through his mask.
Yep.
Like, I can see them having matches after Christian got his
came
hair
back.
cut, and Kane was a Spinneroonie kind of character.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And I wouldn't even be surprised if Kane, when he was unmasked, took out Christian at some point.
I feel like at some point he did. Like, I want to say like 2010, actually, it was probably during ECW at some point.
It's very possible.
Very
just
possible.
because these are guys whose paths have crossed a lot.
Exactly. They've been around a long time, and it shows in this match because they've been putting on great quality. The match, Christian is going for the kill switch. Jericho is distracting the referee.
Pause.
Yes.
Last episode, you said you didn't know if Christian could hit a kill switch off a ladder.
Yeah.
He did it by having a ladder bridge.
Oh.
So he had one ladder, and then he had the other ladder bridged to the ropes.
Yeah.
Him and CM Punk did it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Only Punk's crazy enough to actually do that.
It was so smart. I
gotta go
forgot to
look it
tell
up.
you. I forgot to tell you.
Do you know the show?
I feel like it was a Money in the Bank.
Okay, I'll find it.
But as soon as you look up kill switch ladder, it'll show you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I meant to tell you that.
Great, 'cause I was
WWE,
racking my brain trying to
WWE
figure out how
will
to do
strike
that.
me anytime I use video footage,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't pop it up, but
Okay.
I wanted to tell you that I found it.
Thank you so much. Yes, I will look it up once I get home.
Yes.
But okay. Well, knowing that footage is out there, just put a smile on my face. Sorry. Christian is going for the kill switch. Jericho is distracting the referee, allowing Kane to slip out. This is when Van Dam, Christian's old rival, now turned friend, comes out to pull Jericho off the rope and fight him to the back. Christian slips out of a choke slam. Reed captures the arms, returns, and nails the kill switch to retain his U.S. title. Fun little match.
Absolutely.
Standard WWE stuff. Good. I think this is literally dead center in SummerSlam.
Probably.
Give or take.
So, due to you booking the Devil's Favorite Demon, I just had to book the Big Evil Red Devil combination of the Deadly Riders.
Love to see it.
They come out to face Matt Hardy and Shannon Moore. And before the bell rings, Matt grabs the mic and he said,
But
remember, this is Team Extreme Tornado Rules match. And so we all know that nobody has to tag and that, both competitors are going. So as the match is going, Chuck Palumbo hits Shannon Moore with a big boot. He picks him up, hits a chokeslam. Matt Hardy is locked in a Dragon Sleeper via The Undertaker.
Right.
Chuck Palumbo pins Shannon Moore. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. The music plays. Undertaker releases Matt. The Deadly Riders celebrate, only for Matt Hardy to grab the microphone and say, "You cannot win a Team Extreme Tornado Rules match without beating the team captain." So the referee shrugs and says, I guess the match that continues. So Chuck Palumbo, angered, big boots Matt Hardy, picks up Matt Hardy, choke slams Matt Hardy, counts 1, 2, 3, music plays, the Deadly Riders celebrate, Matt Hardy rolls to the outside, he grabs the mic and says,
No.
only the team captain can win a match. And so the Undertaker, now really mad, he does the outside the rollback gimmick, and he goozles Matt, throws him inside, Matt then eats another big boot from Palumbo. Taker rolls under the ropes, picks him up, last ride, 1, 2, 3. The Deadly Riders win legitimately this time by Undertaker pinning Matt Hardy.
That's great.
And so, that is how a Team Extreme Tornado Rules match operates. By team captain being the one who must win and or be defeated.
By the other team captain.
Correct.
That's phenomenal.
And it's just a way for Matt to accentuate his arrogance.
Of course. Oh man, I could totally see him doing it too. That's the best part. Alright.
So I've got 2 matches left. Does that mean you have 3?
Yep.
Cool.
1, 2. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, it's a good math. Good math, team. Alright. Next up is the HBK versus Triple H grudge match. The unsanctioned match, if you will. I actually don't need to say too much about this because it's the exact same match that happened in SummerSlam.
Oh, it's so good. It is the thing that makes people believe that Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest of all time.
Well, one of the 17 matches that does that, but yes.
Well, what I mean is, when a man is off for 5 years,
yes,
you think that maybe he's going to have some.
He's a step behind.
Yeah, step behind, but no. Him and his best bud Trips, they knock it out of the park.
All in one go, man. It's beautiful.
And so, like I said, there's nothing to be said. If you want to watch the
don't
match,
need to add anything. Literally, go watch Peacock. It's the exact same match. Commentary might be weird because, it doesn't fit with our booking.
but it's all good.
But it's all there.
And so now it's time for my Cruiserweight Championship match. Jamie Noble defending against the Hurricane. The Hurricane wins back his Cruiserweight Championship, which makes good logical sense because Bishop Storm is the number 1 contender.
Indeed.
That leads to the third from the top, your big match of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the match that I've been literally thinking about since I started booking AEW. It is the Fatal 4-Way Women's TLC match. Jazz, Lita, Trish, Molly. All great talents. Oh my god. So, I'm so excited I don't even know where to begin. First of all, there is no entrances for this match. These 4 are already fighting in the back. They've actually been fighting all night, as we come to find out. They don't even announce them. They basically already have the women's title up in the rafters, and the first thing we see is Lita and Jazz fighting out to the ring, and Molly and Trish fighting in the crowd. And they're slowly but surely punching, kicking, and swinging their way down the ring. Obviously, while they're doing all this, because this obviously has backstage footage, all of a sudden, oh wow, there's tables, ladders, and chairs surrounding the arena.
Well,
wonder where those came from.
And that's the beauty of starting it outside of the ringside areas. It gives the crew time to load everything up. I like that.
Yeah, you see how great life is, man. And the first one to pick up the chair is obviously the woman who feels she is the. Actually, this works very well with the gimmick she's doing right now. Trish Stratus, who thinks she is the woman who has really pushed the women's revolution forward. Really, I don't call it that, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And she smacks Molly with a chair. Molly goes down in agony, pain. Ooh, the pain. Ooh, the writhing. And of course, Lita, seeing Trish, doesn't like, we can do this. Follows suit, smacks Jazz with a chair. Jazz rolls into the ring, and Trish and Lita look at each other, make eye contact, and go,
Concerto. Yeah.
And this takes Jazz out of the ring momentarily.
Yeah.
Because as it should.
Yeah.
And then, and keep in mind, this is old school concerto. So this is 2 people taking chairs and swinging, not the laying down and smacking their head, which is way safer and should be the only concerto done nowadays.
Yeah.
So of course, Trish and Lita high five until they realize, oh wait, this is a Fatal 4-Way match.
Time for us to go at each other.
Yes. So they look up at the belt, look at each other, look up at the belt, look at each other, and start brawling in a classic Trish Lita format, swinging each other, attacking, and that's of course when Molly comes out of nowhere, hitting a Molly go around on both of them while they're sitting there with the oh no, and of course, Molly of course seeing her moment, everyone's down, Jazz is out, Trish is out, Lita's out, goes to get a ladder, pulls the ladder into the ring, sets that bad boy up, and starts climbing. It's a revolutionary moment. I wanted to give that moment to Molly being the first woman to climb the ladder in professional wrestling.
Love it.
To my knowledge, I'm sure Lita probably did it once, but who cares?
Well, it wasn't her match, though, even if she did.
Yeah, exactly. Then, of course, Jazz, coming to the same conclusion that Trish and Lita came to originally, comes back in, climbs the ladder, and says, hey, listen, I know we've been friends this whole time, but this is my belts. She doesn't say that, but you get the vibe.
Yeah. It's that concept.
Yep. And they start swinging and banging and fighting on the ladder. Jazz knocks Molly to the ground. Trish and Lita both pull Jazz down, and they start brawling, push Jazz out of the ring. And then skip forward a little bit. Jazz is the first person to introduce a table in her conversation with the Dudleys.
Yes.
She sets up 3 tables. One, towards against the whatchamacallit, barricade, and then one to the side and one to the other side.
Yep.
She then proceeds to drag Trish Stratus out and power bombs her through each table.
You're right.
And when I say power bomb, I mean straight through, picks her back up, straight through, picks her back up, and then straight through the third table.
Right.
Trish is out. Molly goes for a Molly go round. I was right. Lita is sitting on a chair. Molly goes inside out, so to the floor with this Molly go round. Lita moves. She misses.
Gotcha.
Misses entirely. We're down to the ones who started all. Lita and Jazz.
Right.
They climb up top. They're fighting. They're swinging. They're banging. Jazz is getting the upper hand. Lita's fading. She's shaking. Her eyes are glossed over. She doesn't know where she is. Jazz goes for the final punch. And Lita, the intellectual that she is, goes for the most devastating move in the business. The eye poke. Nice and simple eye poke. Jazz is blinded. Goes for the twist of fate, a la V1 Matt Hardy. Off the ladder, through a table. Jazz is out. Lita slowly climbs her way up. Everyone's gone. Lita becomes the second ever AEW Women's Champion.
I like it. I like it a lot.
My God.
And it makes sense for her to win and the ladder match, the TLC match. Given the past with all the boys.
Exactly.
And I'm a big fan. And speaking of the boys from their good time, that TLC good time, Edge wins back the Intercontinental Championship that he had lost to King Regal, and he does it by pinning King William in the match. The reason he pins King William is because
Sure don't.
well, no. Yes, but also because I want to keep something that actually happened on SmackDown, that being a ladder match between Edge and Eddie Guerrero. In this ladder match, in real life,
It's finally settled the best of 5 in your world, I'm guessing, is how you looked at this?
well, it's just that Eddie didn't lose,
Yeah.
thus he gets him a title shot.
Okay, fair.
And so, and Edge says, well, if it's a title shot, it's going to be under my speciality,
Of course.
if you will. Because him and Christian were the L in the TLC.
Of course.
Well, no, they were the C, actually, but
Yeah,
whatever.
let's see. I got you.
It's fine. He has ladder match experience. At
Yeah,
this point.
but he's been there, done that.
Been there, done that. But yeah, it is now time for the main event of SummerSlam, and I'll be honest, there's no reason for us to talk about it because this match,
Exists.
it exists, and it is one of the great examples of making a star in the pantheon of wrestling history. Go and watch the crowd fall in love with Brock Lesnar. It's freaking awesome.
Freaking phenomenal.
I love this SummerSlam. I love this episode. Alpha Entertainment Worldwide is awesome.